What's going on, Leo? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having a fantastic week so far. A lot of energy there. For those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really does mean a lot to me, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here. We are in for an amazing journey. Now, the theme of this week's monthly spread is going to be a monthly check-in, Leo. You know, because you've probably been just busy with the whole bunch, been running around like a chicken with your head cut off, and we're just trying to get your head back attached. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one, so take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me, and never force a reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Gems. Feeling great. Just good energy all around here, Leo. So, with this spread, I'm going to be going until Higher Self says stop. We're just going with the flow here, Leo. And just so you're all aware, all of my readings, they're not gender-specific readings. We're just working with the energy. So apply the cards to people as it makes sense for your situation, Leo. And then lastly, the decks that I'm using. This one I'm shuffling is the Tarot of the Divine deck. And then the Oracle deck that I'm using is the Anatomy of a Witch deck. And I'll be including links for these decks and other decks that I like using down in the description box below. So definitely check that out if you're interested there, Leo. More. But kind of looking at your first card here coming in hot and heavy with the Queen of Swords here. Because this Queen of Swords, I'll tell you what, in this deck, she means business. And maybe I feel like that might be where some of you are at, Leo. I feel like maybe we're getting at this place maybe where we're kind of cracking down. Maybe we're getting to this place of focus. You know? And I feel like with the Queen of Swords as well, when she pops up, you know, she's a type, I feel like, just be mindful of who we have around in our circle there, Leo. You know, because, you know, we don't want to be in this place of where we're catering to, for me, her SAT word of the day is sycophants. And she doesn't care for just like empty words and, you know, just like, you know, false flattery and, you know, just to flatter for flattery's sake, you know. I feel like the people that you have in your circle, Leo, make sure that they're there to promote growth as well, you know, that they're not just there to just kind of like reap the rewards and kind of take, kind of, you know, just to kind of like be there for like, you're producing all of the great opportunities and they're just kind of there just sort of like, you know, picking up the gold along the way there. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. But another thing too, Leo, I feel like that for some of you, that maybe there's going to be something where I feel like we're going to be hopefully a little more kind of working on like, how do I want to put this? Kind of like more kind of tuning in to the signals that the universe is maybe trying to get you to, trying to pull your attention to. Because I feel like maybe there's, for some of you, that we may be missing out on a message from higher self, you know, like as far as like maybe some opportunities that might be coming in or something along those lines, Leo. You know, maybe there's something that you're trying to, maybe for example, if we're going for like a promotion or something, and maybe there's just like some more knowledge that we might do, maybe do some like some studying or some skills that we might need to pick up on. Maybe like if you're thinking about going for, let's say, yeah, like let's say for like a promotion, and then you just happen to be walking down the street and you see like free, you know, or like courses for like how to embody leadership or something along those lines. You know, I feel like those types of signals, Leo, more. I feel like, you know, kind of be mindful of those types of signals as well. You know, if there's something where your gut is telling you to, you know, or your gut is trying to lead you in a certain direction here, I say follow that, Leo. You know, there's usually really exciting stuff over the horizon here. You know, I feel like that, and this is what I feel like is going on, Leo. It's not that I don't feel like you're missing opportunities. I just feel like that we might be leaving gold on the ground. You know, maybe you have some good ideas that you feel like that could be really even potentially lucrative, but I feel like it's just something too that I I just feel like you have just like this really solid idea, something that you want to, that you've been thinking about. You know, maybe you've wanted to, maybe you're thinking about starting like, oh, I don't know, maybe like a podcast, or maybe you're going to start like a blog or something like that. Maybe you're going to start maybe writing some, doing some, maybe some journaling, or like writing like, I don't know, like a screenplay or something, you know, Leo. But I feel like that some of us, might be thinking that maybe what we have, that what we, like these ideas that we might have might be, may not be either pragmatic, or they may not, maybe you're trying to figure out this, it's a good idea, but you're trying to figure out maybe how to make a dollar out of it as well, or maybe hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yeah, I know, make it rain. But I feel like, Leo, where coins and stuff, if that's resonating with you, I feel like we're thinking about your finances and thinking about your money is I'm with that. But when it comes to like your creative ideas, and whether you're thinking about pursuing them or not, the money, I feel like, Leo, and I don't know your situation, but I'm imagining that we might not be in a place where we're like hurting for money, in the sense of like, you're getting your bills paid, where we may have a YouTube subscription, like I feel like, we're not hurting in that aspect per se. But I feel like when you're thinking about creativity, it's using that just to create just for creativity's sake, as opposed to creating to make a buck. You know what I mean? I feel like that for some of you, this month, this check-in is going to be more so about what is our motive here? What is our real drive in life? Are we chasing after things, or, the pursuit of stuff, or are we pursuing creation? Are we pursuing, making art, and, and manifesting, Leo? Because I feel like because I know how I love talking about your energy. Your energy is naturally creative. You have the fifth house, I want to say, has to deal with children and whatnot, and that kind of like playful, that family aspect of it. And I feel like you really have that childlike creativity, that you can really just manifest, some just really beautiful stuff here, Leo. And the nice thing too, I feel like it's one of those things where there is no limits, to what you can create, or how you can create it. Because look at what the sun does. It breathes vitality into things there, Leo, and that's what you do. And when you the sun doesn't think about doing that. All it does is just pour its energy into stuff, and things just grow. Things thrive and things survive. And that's where I feel like that you would benefit, pouring your energy and letting that be your intention, as opposed to stuff, because the universe has already given you a gift, the abundance and whatnot. It's all in here. And how funny, I'm wearing a sunflower shirt here, Leo, for you. Energy. E for energy, because that's what you have there, Leo. More. Leo. Oh, there you are, Leo. See, this is what I'm talking about. And another one of your cards came out with it. I feel like, Leo, and this is not me coming at you, you're in I'm getting better about that. You're in a judgment-free zone here, the safest space outside of your own. Leo, when I think about your energy and how you all operate, and even how I operate, Leo, I have a Leo rising. We do the most, and we do the most for no reason. Okay? Let's just put it out there. Leo, it's one of those things where I feel like you may try so hard for everyone to look at you, and for to get like validation, and not just I don't feel like you just want to be just catered to, like people blowing smoke up your skirt just cause, but I feel like when it's something that that you're really good at, that you're confident with, you want that validation, that that fuels you, I feel like. And I think that maybe we try too hard to get that. I feel like that's something you don't have to force the praise and the compliments and whatnot. It's just one of those things. Just focus on your creativity. Do you love it? That should be the first thing that you're thinking about when you're manifesting something, creating something, whatever. And it can be whatever, Leo. It can be whether we're creating flowers, if you're gardening, if we're creating, I've been a funny one I've been thinking about is, if we're working on like cars, if you could either be physically, just like rebuilding a car, doing classic stuff, or you could be taking scraps and stuff, building like old stuff out of old car parts, But that whole thing to say is just when you're done with that thing, do you love it? And then if if you love that thing, you poured all your heart, all that energy into it, let that fuel you to keep doing more, because if you can find a way to make it so that your energy is just feeding off of itself, and then just put that stuff out, like, out and about, maybe post some stuff on oh, I don't know, like on the internet. You know how me and the internet are. And I don't know, maybe do something. You don't even necessarily have to sell it. Maybe do like a private thing for friends, have like a wine and art type of day, or whatever people's beverage of choice or recreation of choice, and art, make it a theme, show your friends or your family or something. And I feel like you'll be surprised how people would be impressed with what you have to bring, Leo. I really do feel like you, in whatever you do, Leo, is that you try too hard, and just pull back a little bit. Be natural, be yourself. And I know that really does sound like a duh, but I see it often, Leo. And it's one of those things that it's not even something that I feel like that you're really even aware of. It's just like it's being more mindful, because it's more. I don't feel like, I'm not saying you're like egotistical or anything on like the generalization of Leo. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's an easy one to do. Like, I feel like when we talk about Leo's ego, it really is more so in the subject that I feel like that they know that they're really good at, that they have the, whether it be, knowledge or ability, that's where I feel like if that's not met with the praise that I feel like the Leo gives it, then that's where the ego gets hurt. That's where the feelings can start pouring in, because Leo, the thing is too, I was even thinking about how, because I have a Leo, my Venus is in Leo for me, and even like how that it can, it's how nuanced it can be, Leo, and how you can attach to things, and that when people don't, you feel like there's been like an affront, it really is like that. There's a heat that comes up, and the lion's just like, what did you say? How dare you not praise? What do you mean the sun is not bright enough? It's that type of thing, Leo. It's real. It can come in hot and aggressive, and it's not cute. And Leo, again, I can say that. It's in one of my big three, so I feel like I can say that. And it's just, just being mindful of that, Leo. I feel like, your confidence, it really is, because I already feel like you are, I don't even feel like it's that you have lack of confidence, Leo. It's not letting other people's opinions change that confidence, is what I feel like Leo's thing is. If I have something that I feel like Leo's could work on, it's just because someone had a thought about your baby doesn't mean that they're insulting your ability. It's resonating with them differently. But just like that's resonating with them one way, another person is going to see your art, and they're going to give you the gratification that you're looking for, that same resonance, and probably then some. Any more? This is a cool reading, Leo. We're really not doing a whole bunch of cards here, but this is oddly profound for a check-in here. I am with it. But Leo, it's a tricky one. I feel like with your energy here, it's it does come down to what's your view of whatever it is that you feel like you have expertise in. You know, I feel like if we can if we can get over the stuff that we tell ourselves, you know, because sometimes I think it gets to this place of where if someone doesn't, you know, let's say if you wrote a poem, and then you were like, man, this is so profound, you know, this is some of my best work, and then someone's reading like, oh yeah, that's okay. That's not, it's like, okay, well, instead of thinking like maybe, oh well, crap, maybe I'm not good at it, you know, or how dare they, it's just like, what is it about it that is it maybe the style that's not resonating with you? Because I feel like it's, when people say they like or don't like something, I feel like that's pretty, I don't want to say aggressive, but kind of. I feel like it's like, let's get down to that. Why did this make you feel some type of way? Was it was it my word choice? Was it, could have been longer, could have been shorter? You never know what people, it could even be the person's not even having a good day. And they're just like, ugh, poetry, I got all this stuff that I'm doing, my boyfriend, oh, this reminds me of when my boyfriend such and such, or, where my boss, blah, 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 this. And, we're not even sure where energetically they're at, Leo. So, I feel like if it's something that's met with like don't take it personally. Don't let that affect how, again, how you feel about it more. Yeah, Leo, I like this, because sometimes when I feel like I go to try to explain your energy, it almost, I feel like maybe almost sometimes it sounds like I'm saying like, don't do anything. But no, like you really, I'm keeping those, okay, any more? It's really that it really doesn't require much effort for you. I feel like, when you find that thing that you're passionate about, just pour your energy into it, really go all in with it and see the ways that you can play around with it and have fun with it. Because it really is the happier that you are, the brighter you shine, the more inspired you are, and then the more that people feel that energy, Leo. Your energy is magnetic. People, just like when I think about sunflowers, sunflowers are constantly, following where the sun is going because they love it. They are absolutely in love with it. And everyone's in love with the sun, Leo. Even with people with like light sensitivity, I feel like that they're even they, try to find ways to get little bits of sun from time to time, even if it's just like indirect sunlight. It has such a powerful impact. So just something to think about. Really, really let go of the fact that you're not fantastic, Leo. And look at this major arcana storm here. I'm with it, because my girl's here. But hold on, Empress. Okay, I need you face down for a minute. Let's figure out, Leo, I feel like all these cards are really kind of connected with each other here. You got the Devil, and then you have Upright, and then you have the Death card and the Hierophant in reverse. I don't know if I've even been telling you the cards. Let's pause. Since I've been doing the readings this way, it has been, and I hope you've all been enjoying it too. It's been just something that I wanted it to feel more kind of like a conversation and just feel more kind of natural. So hopefully you've been enjoying this style here. But let's get back to your stuff here, because Leo, I feel like that we need to really connect with what inspires us. Leo, I think that because I feel like that's where you're going to find. I feel like that's where you're going to find how you're going to learn how to fuel your own energy, Leo, is think back, when I was talking about childlike energy, I feel like that's really important for you, Leo. Think back, to what you were wanting to do when you were a child. What were some of your biggest dreams, and even if some of that stuff doesn't make sense to you now, write that stuff down and do like maybe however many things you had as a child, and then maybe match that many as an adult. What are some, and it doesn't matter what. If you want to be a reporter, if you want to be a horticulturist, I don't know where that word came from, or you want to be I don't know, a beekeeper. I had funny, I can think of that word, but I know the word for a beekeeper, but it's escaping me right now. Whatever, Leo. I feel like look into that, whatever it is, and then don't fight that. Explore that. And it's not even like I'm saying that you have to completely change your careers, Leo. I just feel like Leos need to have hobbies. I really feel like that's really important. Leo placements, finding some way to have outlets to express yourself. I really feel like it's vital, whether it's in building stuff, whether you're posting maybe mindful stuff on social media, or just something where you're raising the vibration, where you're just manifesting something here. Because I feel like that's what prevents you all from moving to that next level, and to keep that ascension and to keep that momentum. You know what I mean? I feel like this habit of feeling like we have to look for validation all the time, possibly, or whatever it is, Leo, that this habit that we might be catering to. Because I'm not getting like, because the devil can deal with addictions or bad habits or anything along those lines. And I'm not getting like your traditional like drug, sex, alcohol, gambling, things like that. This is more so like an esteem thing, and almost like a desperation for validation or something along those lines, Leo. But now let's get to the good news, because you are an Empress. You're an Empress. And that's that energy, that even what you just fueled up in here, that's what you do, Leo. Really? I know this is Taurus, this is Venus, but this card, I really feel like this is you, Leo. When you are at peace, just everything is just blossoming. Everything grows when you allow that sun to shine, when you allow your energy to just shine unadulterated, be expressive, plant a garden if that's your jam. Something where that there's just more beauty in this world here. It's not that I don't feel that people aren't creating, but Leo, you can create in a way that I feel like the colors would look so like are just could be so vivid, or the sounds can be so lush and so rich, or Empress, be an Empress, and spread that energy around here, Leo, because really that was a major arcana storm that you just brought in here, Leo, because this is the energy that you bring me, and your energy always, like I was going to say 9 times out of 10, it always raises my vibration to the roof, and you don't even do anything. So come on. I'm kidding. You do everything. You focus within, and you nurture yourself, and you nurture your abilities. That's what you do, Leo. Let's get some oracle cards in this piece and start wrapping up some stuff here. Empress. I was just telling, I think it was, I don't remember if it was Sagittarius or one of the other signs, where I don't really the relationship with the Empress and I is it can be like borderline obnoxious, but I'm always just so happy to see her, because her energy is just, it's the dopest, and like really she's like the best friend. I mean, we bonded like from my first deck, and it's been a whole thing, Leo. But that's enough about me. Let's get back to you wise owl. Look at what's happening here. You're awakening, Leo. Are we gonna get more? But with the awake card, I feel like that this is really doing that. I really feel like doing some soul searching, Leo, whenever you get some time and really kind of sit down and think about what it is really that fuels you. You know, what would bring you so much joy. You know, and I know how that sounds, but really, if you're not doing it, do it. You know, find a way to, and I don't even mean, Leo, because sometimes I think too, when we think about, like, you know, pursuing stuff that we love, or, you know, making time for creating, and, you know, that type of stuff, I feel like we always try to carve out, like, you know, massive chunks of time. Carve out like 15 minutes, you know, whatever. If you want to doodle something or jot something down, you know, maybe some quick light writing, you know, whatever, Leo. You know, maybe hum a little ditty on your phone, or while you're doing dishes. I don't know, Leo. Have fun with it. Have fun with it. But, you know, practice that, because I feel like it's going to be something that really something can awaken in you here. And then how we started off, you know, that wisdom. I really feel like that understanding, the clarity, that alignment of head and heart. Because in another deck, the Queen of Swords, she's represented, or she'll have she's got a little water and a little air in her chart. And when I think of water and air, you know, the water deals with emotions and feelings and intuition, and the air is your intellect and your communication and all of that, in the thought process. And it's getting those two things on the same page there, so that they can awaken that lion within, you know, tap into that strength, you know. Because Leo, imagine, look at the quality of work that you're doing in your life right now. And if that's something that if it's like an obligation, like, pay attention to that. And then imagine what you could do if you were pouring it into something that you actually cared about, that, you know, that it didn't, that, you know, that it just filled all your cups, you know. I feel like that you would really impress yourself, and I think others as well. You know, I think that it would be... You would two birds if you were to focus on, I feel like, you know, what it is that really brings you joy here. Oh, what's that? I see that new moon in the mix here. Because, Leo, more. I feel like, when was the last time that you manifested something, that you invested in a skill? You know, this could even be too, you know, maybe you're the type, because you can be creative in languages. You know, maybe that's something you've been thinking about. Because, you know, Leos, you know, I would imagine Leos, you can be great storytellers. You know, Leo energy can be so, sure, it can be maybe a little exaggerate, you know, or a little hyperbolic, but that's where the fun is. You know, that's where the imagination comes in. You know, the excitement, the larger than life energy. You know, I feel like, you know, if we haven't done anything in a while, you know, there's going to be. Oh, and this is good news for you, Leo. We're going to be, when I'm recording this, you know, it's going to be coming out later today on the 14th, but the moon is going to be in a new moon phase on, what's today, Tuesday? It'll be entering Pisces on Saturday, I want to say. It's the 18th or the 19th. I think it's the 19th, or, check it out, Leo. But my whole point in saying that is that when the moon is in Pisces, it's very dreamy energy. It's very imaginative, and it's a very compassionate energy too. You know, I really feel like that, you know, when I think of what you can create, you really can too bring a lot of peace, you know, and joy into people's lives as well, Leo, you know, manifesting stuff here. So I feel like, you know, take this week maybe, you know, depending on when you watch this, and think about what are some things that you want to what are some things that you want to create. Let's switch back over. And I love this final card here. You got the festival. And I feel like with this, Leo, I almost feel like have a party, you know, have like a little get together, you know, get some, I'm getting a combination, either, you know, have like a get together for some of you as well. I just think that would do really well. But also too, when you're going in this new venture, have so much fun with it, you know, go with joy. and exuberance and Empress energy, you know, peace, and in Leo, your energy. Because, you know, look at this guy here. You know, I feel like he's wrestling this chimera, you know. I feel like that's you, Leo. I feel like you're trying to tame this beast, or trying to, you know, get a grip on the stuff, and we just really need to just like let the beast go. Let the beast express itself, you know, feel free, and then work with it, as opposed to trying to control the energy, if that makes sense. You know, there's on another strength card that I have in, which one is it? The Astro Matrix Tarot deck. I love that one. There's this woman that's sitting kind of by this river with this, you know, huge lion. And she's putting like this flower wreath around it, you know, and the lion is resting its paw on her thighs. And there's just this intimacy and this respect, you know, between the energies here, you know, that we're not here, no one's here to dominate, you know, that we are here to work together, to create, to bask in the sun. You know, they're in like what looks like a savanna, so you know, it's just open to just sunlight. So, and that may be something to think about too, Leo, you know, depending on how the weather's looking where you're at. Maybe get out and get some sunlight in, you know, let the sun shine on you a little bit. So, all right, I think I'm gonna leave that there. That was really nice, Leo. That was a cool check-in, and if you like that, give it a thumbs up and share this, Leo. You know, I do. I feel like that, really, it's just like the confidence, you know, it's almost there. You know, I feel like it's really, when you start manifesting and, you know, really do some really good creating, Leo, it's going to be just phenomenal. And if you haven't already, subscribe, hit that bell button. You get notified when I release videos each week. Social media and I haven't been talking about it much, just because I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. I'm going to do something, you know, but it's just like, what? So stay tuned with that. And then lastly, if you have any Cancer in your placement, you know, go check out my other channel, the Sheridan Friends. We discuss lunar shenanigans. I post videos Monday through Friday there. It's a good old time, and all that housekeeping is down in the description box below. But let's get your surprise cards so I can get you out of here. I'm with that. So first card you got is the Seven of Wands in reverse, another one of your cards. And then, oh. And then we have the Poppet in reverse here, Leo. Oh, we're getting a bonus card. Interesting. And Leo, look at you. You got the Serpent card here, and we're going to talk about that. Let's. So, Leo. So when I was talking about earlier, you know, about that Ace of Coins and where are we, you know, why we're creating, you know, are we creating to achieve money, or are we creating to express ourselves, to find fulfillment, to find love? Because that's where I feel like with this Poppet in reverse here, it's not about investing in, you know, channeling your energies. I feel like you're going to get the compensation for what you're putting out there. Know that the universe is going to take care of that. You know, I feel like the focus doesn't need to be so geared towards there. And again, it's not that I'm saying that money is a bad thing, you know, because you can do some good stuff with it. But I just feel like for your mission, you know, for your journey, you know, what are we investing in? You know, what are we being mindful of where we're putting our energies? You know, have we been creating? You know, are we fueling someone else's creation, and does that get us fulfillment? And if not, let's do that, because with this Serpent card, this one we actually just bonded not too long ago. This is about tapping into energy that has been like lie dormant, you know, like this is like this is like childlike energy as an adult. You know, this is like letting that wild, untamed kid have have be able to channel through this adult being is what the serpent gives for me. You know, this is really because you've it's like we're born with all this potential, but it's figuring out we have all these dreams, but it's just like we have to come into maturity first. We have to shed some skin, you know, we're getting all the tools to manifest here. But then when we get into that place where we can, it's not forgetting that child, because I feel like, you know, we're sometimes, you know, we forget that we used to dream and create with no type of limits. You know, you couldn't tell us anything. You know, like if I wanted to manifest a duck here right now, bet I was gonna, you as a kid, you'd have found a way to do it. So I feel like the serpent is really tapping into that when I say that sun energy, Leo, it's really is the sun just gives, it breathes life into things. Its rays provide sustenance for just the planet. So I feel like when you're going to use your energy, go with that intention that whatever you're doing, you're breathing life into stuff here. You're touching the sun. Whatever you're touching is being blessed by the sun right now. So be mindful with that, and what do you want to do with that? How big do you want to manifest with that? And I know that may sound a little hyperbolic, but why not? You know, like really in this age, you know, like really with where the astrology is, and I mean, why not, Leo? Why not create to your heart's, you know, content, and then when it's not, do more. So yeah, I think I'm gonna leave that there. So stay safe out there, Leo, and really raise that vibe, raise the world's vibration. You know, Leo, the sun is going around the whole globe raising that vibration. You know how I feel about when I think about you raising that energy. Every time I look outside, I should have to have shades on, because Leo, your energy is shining just so bright. You know, you're just filling the world with so much light and love. It's raise that vibration through the roof, Leo. And I will catch you on the next one later.